Hi everyone, it's Angela, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour of Introduction to General Psychology. And even if you've taken online courses before, I want to give you sort of the quick walkthrough just so that you can kind of know what's different about this course, maybe different than other courses you've taken, so that it helps you to navigate more efficiently and they don't have to go on a scavenger hunt each time you have to do an assignment. So a couple of things: when you log in, obviously you're going to when you fall into the course, you're going to land on this landing page. And always check to make sure that this announcement, you've read all of the announcements. I will send out probably 2 or 3 announcements, or post 2 to 3 announcements per week. And it'll be your job to make sure that you've read them all. There's usually some good information in there, reminders, or things that are going to keep you on task and moving forward, and progressing through the course. So always make sure. If you don't know for sure, you can always check announcements up here. There's a link so you can go back and read any old announcements that are there. Just a kind of basic layout of this page, you'll see at the top here a list of quick links, links that I think are just handy, like for instance Launchpad, which will get you right into Launchpad if you need to go directly there, if you need to go directly to a discussion. By the way, quizzes are actually exams. For some reason in D2L, I can't change the name to exams. It's automatically labeled quizzes. So if you're looking for Launchpad, those practice quizzes, you've got to go to Launchpad. Quizzes is actually exams. It also includes a course orientation quiz that you'll need to take in the first week. This is a link to the gradebook. By the way, the gradebook in D2L is where you want to go to kind of get a full picture of your grade. The gradebook in Launchpad is just going to list assignments that you've completed in Launchpad. So to get a full picture, go to grades here. And then Collaborate Ultra is where you'll go for live sessions. What are live sessions, you might ask? Well, what that is every week I'm going to be doing about an hour and a half live session where I'll do a little bit of a lecture, a little bit of some work with students in small groups or breakout groups, and this is my opportunity to teach. I know a lot of students, when they're in online classes, will say, well, they never taught. So this is my best opportunity or way for me to connect with students. So please attend if you can. You know the value of face-to-face learning. So this is the best way that I can offer that to you. So if you really benefit from that, make sure if you can attend. Otherwise, I will record them. They're not required, but it is really up to you whether or not you want to participate. I can tell you from my experience doing this for a long time, even though it's not required, those who go to these sessions, if they can, really benefit in terms of the opportunity to ask questions. It's kind of this more informal way. Even if there's a lot of people there, we can really feel connected and feel like we're getting that classroom experience. So do attend if you can. That's my pitch. But those sessions will be here. I'll also be providing links in the announcements and things like that. So there's all these links up here that are the quick links I kind of think of, and these are links directly to different parts of the course. A lot of people are really attracted to these and will go digging right in. Unfortunately, it may mean that you miss things. So more to the wise, if you know where you're going, that's a great route to go. But if you're not sure and you haven't seen the full unit, for example, from the week-to-week units, then don't use this. And then lastly, there's the calendar here. So you can go directly into an assignment and pop right in using that. I do my very best to keep that updated, but mainly use your syllabus as your main guide. I also have a couple other guides in the course. I was just thinking about that. So you can use those too. So use the calendar, but use it with it's not going to be the most reliable. I'll say it that way. So content here is the best link to use in the whole course. Instead of going through these drill down kind of links, the content will allow you to open up the different units fully, or different folders completely so that you're not missing anything. You'll see the table of contents here, and it lists everything that's in the course. You're going to be mainly using this, once it all gets started, this D2L units link. You can get to my virtual office hours. I will be offering that weekly. It's all through Teams, all online. Don't hesitate. If you have questions, please just pop on and either shoot me an email or come into my office hours. And course documents. It's another place where you'll be regularly going to. And then there's a quick link here to, I have a question bulletin board. If you have a general question that you think other students would benefit hearing the answer to, go there. Or if you have a question and you think maybe another person has also asked it, this is a great place for you to maybe learn the answer too. So I just want to point out, when you go to the D2L units, and this is the instructor view, so I'm showing you all the hidden things right now. But this first week is open. And you can see, if you scroll back up, you'll see the entire unit. And it describes the unit here, gives you a little overview. I provided you with a to-do checklist. So when you click on that, you can see everything that's due on a given week. And you can use it as your own checklist. Let's go back here. I mean, you don't have to do those. Those are just for your benefit. The learning objectives, so many people overlook these. I think they're one of the most important things in a whole unit. Basically, this is what you should know and prepare for. If you want a study guide, this is it. This is the big thing that I would use if I know I have an exam coming up. I should be able to explain each of these or describe it, because these are the main learning objectives for the particular module that you're in, or a chapter. So be sure to use that. It's a really handy tool. I know in the past I've used that as I'll rewrite them and answer them so I can study using those. And then I want to point out, sorry, I have to go back here. So I'm back at the top of the unit here, and I'm just scrolling down. The learning objectives. The reading, these are direct links to Launchpad. This will launch the ebook once you've set up Launchpad, and you'll have everything you'll need in the unit. Where you might miss something if you drill down at that beginning homepage are additional video content. Some people will overlook these anyway, which I wouldn't advise doing, because oftentimes either I won't explain in a way that you get it, or one video that I share with you just doesn't click with you, but then there's another video that I share or a podcast that I share that is right on and it makes sense. So if something's not making sense to you, then definitely check out the videos. They can be really useful. And then again, you can link to Launchpad. All the Launchpad assignments are linked from this home unit. So if you're in week 1 and you want to go to the practice quizzes, click right on the practice quizzes here, and then you can launch the practice quiz. Okay, so as you can see, it's opening up Launchpad. So when you do that, be sure that you have enabled pop-ups in your browser. So each browser is different. I can't explain, the details of how to do Firefox versus Safari, but I have provided a link in the course resources so that you can learn how to do that if you don't know how to do that offhand. So again, use this D2L units. Another place you're going to be using a lot is course documents. Check this out if you haven't already. There's a lot of good, helpful tools in here. For example, the grading rubric. That'll link you right to the grading rubric so you can read it. How to do the SONA research experience. It is a required part of the course. And this can explain how to do it, and also how to sign up, the direct link. Sometimes it's hard to find the link to it. So bookmark it in your browser and you can always have it. This is a thing I'd like to point out, the master list of Launchpad activities. It's just a PDF document that lists all of the assignments in Launchpad, which are, by the way, really quick. It looks like a lot, but they're probably at most 5 minutes each, maybe more like 3 minutes each. But they just reinforce concepts. This is This is not a good example of what an exam would look like. These are practice to help reinforce the understanding of an idea. So, but this is a list of all of them. You can print this off and check them off as you go so that you know you've accomplished what's assigned during a given week. I would find that really useful. I actually use it quite a bit to make sure that we're on task. Also, the lecture slides by modules in this course documents. And eventually I'm going to be adding the extra credit papers. As you know from the syllabus, there's 2 papers that you can write from a list of 5 different topics. You get to choose the topic, but you don't get to choose the due date. Those are listed in the course schedule. I want to coincide them with the chapters when you're doing them, so you get the best benefit. And I won't accept any late extra credit papers. You can't at the end of the semester say, oh, by the way, I need extra credit, and then do them. That's not going to fly. You'll need to do them as you go. So if you think you would like extra credit, do them as they're due. They're really fun, quick papers. I think they're fun. Of course, they're about psychology. Of course, I love it. So there's a lot of material here that you'll be able to access and use. So that's pretty much the overlay of the course itself. Again, there's so many ways to get to access different parts of the course. The best thing you can do is click on everything, figure out what pathways work best for you, and to make sure that you're tracking everything you need to do to be successful in the class. But the most important thing is always communicate with me. If you have questions, don't hesitate to post it in the I Have a Question bulletin board or anything like that. I'm here to help. And one thing I would advise is email me versus using this email function up here. This email function is convenient maybe for some, but it's really inconvenient on my end because I have so many courses that I'm juggling. I'm trying to figure out which email did that come from. The best thing to do is email me directly, tell me what course you're in so that I can respond from wherever I am. I don't have to be at my computer to respond to you. That's the overlay. That's my best tour. Again, I'm so happy you're in the class. Let me know how I can help you to be successful, and I look forward to our spring semester together.